Hey guys, this is Clay, and today I'm going to be sharing my first impressions of Mad Carnage. It's a strategy adventure game created by Drageus Games for the Nintendo Switch. This indie title has a very Mad Max type feel to it, with all the dirt and crazy over-the-top cars with guns. It's a turn-based strategy game where the player takes control of a number of different vehicles to defeat the enemy each round. This game is very heavy with the storyline, and definitely takes the time to immerse the player in this epic post-apocalyptic storyline. While the comic book style cutscenes are extremely cool and enjoyable to read, some of the other story is played out in book style, and some of it's pretty long, and I mean long. But regardless, it's apparent that the developers over at Drageus Games really wanted to pull the player into the story, and even hired a best-selling sci-fi novelist to create the deep story. The visuals in this game aren't bad. They kind of have a handwritten style to them that goes along nicely with the comic cutscenes. I did appreciate the varied backgrounds and the colors they created off to the side and behind the grid. This adds some nice colors to keep the wasteland feel from getting too drab. The music so far has been fine, nothing over the top or breathtaking, but it fits the seriousness and grit of the game just fine. The sounds the cars make when you move them does get a bit annoying, but most strategy games are like that, just that this one is cars constantly revving up. The gameplay is what you'd expect with a strategy game, taking turns back and forth moving the vehicles around the map, attempting to get the upper hand in destroying the enemy. The cars move on a grid system, and unlike human characters in strategy games, cars handle much differently. Now, I haven't fully gotten a complete grasp on it, but it definitely takes some time to get used to. Cars can't turn around on a dime, and so the player must take the time to turn their car around using multiple grid squares. Vehicles can also face more than just the normal up, down, left, and right. They can also be facing diagonal, so it's important for the player to pay attention to which direction the white arrows in front of the vehicle are facing. Like I said, some of these things take time to figure out and get the hang of. A variety of vehicles add a good amount of change to keep things interesting, and this game isn't overly easy by any means. I died or failed many times, even in the tutorials, and had to keep trying to succeed. This game doesn't lack challenge. The game contains a lot of customization to vehicles that allow the player to be much more of a threat out on the battlefield. The cars definitely feel weak up front, but makes the upgrades feel that much better later. So far, Mad Carnage has been a somewhat enjoyable experience as far as strategy games go. This game feels like a pretty full package with over 20 levels in the campaign, as well as 8 local multiplayer maps to play as well. If you are a fan of strategy games or love the concept of desert post-apocalyptic car games, you should definitely check this one out. It's available now in the eShop for the fair price of $3.99.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and visit thenintendovillage.com, your home for everything Nintendo.